What is it to be said, a thing of beauty? What is it to be said? It is said that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So therefore, what we behold to be beautiful, therefore it is a person, place, thing. This is a fake flower, you know. There you go. To that side, to that end. I asked the question, you know, what do you think? I'm somebody who believes that beauty is subjective, you know, as to, what we deem to be beautiful. It is beautiful. It is stunning. It is striking. It is to us. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Cargo 619. I got what you meant. I got what you meant. I'll just do something a little different at this second, at this particular moment. But I think we all have different standards of beauty. What we found. He was the mafia well exposed. Nah, no mafia, no mafia. Just, I appreciate that, Margie. I appreciate you folks. I mean, I want to know what you think. Is beauty in the eye of the beholder? Is beauty a standard of what we believe, or does beauty exist, you know, arbitrarily, in reality, where something is so beautiful, so mystifying that it can't help but be recognized as beauty, as flawless, as perfect, you know? I mean, I think it's subjective to whoever, beholds what is beautiful, what is a thing, what is a rose, what is a flower, what makes something beautiful, is it just, the features of something? Is it just, the way it makes us feel, is it because it stands out and it's not like anything else out there? What is beauty? I feel that it's subjective, but I also believe that it is subjectable to, the eye of the beholder, the one that beholds beauty, in its presence, in its essence. Maybe this is something that's too deep for folks to really want to get into. This is just something I thought about. This is a live stream I wanted to do. I present myself to you. Yeah. I'm just here. This is just me. I'm doing what I gotta do. What's up, Fury? Can't stay long without the same meeting council started as a year's university. Yeah, nah, all is well. This is more philosophical conversation. Thank you, Fury 009, for coming through. That's just what it is. You look kind of snazzy, bro. Nah, I should be on the next Bachelor. I don't know if I'm beautiful enough. I don't know if they deem me necessary to be on, a Bachelor type show or whatever the case may do. The Black Bachelor or whatever the case. This is just something I wanted to do. It's what it is. But like I said, let me know, what do you think about beauty? Do you think beauty is subjective? Do you think beauty is in the eye of the beholder? What do you think? Be it you in this chat now, be it you watch later, be it you reshare, pink kisses, what's going on? I think beauty is a standard, that exists, you know, arbitrarily sometimes, or superficially in life, what we deem to be a standard of beauty, be it somebody, who's a certain skin color, be it somebody who has a certain type of hair, certain color eyes, They was just like a pimp. Nah, not just like a pimp. I'm just doing something a little different. I present myself in multiple ways. I could ask this question in a t-shirt and stuff like that. Dress it up for the lurkers. Hashtag for the lurkers. You reminded me I gotta finish that verse for the lurkers. Yes, I'm dressing up for the lurkers. Presentation on the outside is superficial. It's inside the person what counts. Just my opinion. There, Margie. Well, that's what it is. Definitely in the eye of the beholder, Pink Kisses said. Well, I think it's a combination of all those things. A person can seem to be ugly on the outside but have a beautiful personality. A person can be, I guess vice versa as well. You know what I'm saying? Giving makes us beautiful. Yeah, beauty is an opinion. Sometimes it is an opinion, but like I said, a person's features, makes a person, I guess, necessarily beautiful. You love hats. Okay. Thank you, Barbie, for coming through. What do you feel about beauty, Barbie? I mean, do you feel beauty is subjective? Do you feel it's in the eye of the beholder? Do you think it's a feature? King, pimp, Mel. Nah, no king, no pimp, just a regular man. I have my smoothness or whatever the case may be. But thank you, Trenchy. It's what it is. You can dress some people up, but it's a matter. It's the mannerism that counts. Yeah. I agree with you, Margie. The mannerisms, do make a person stand out in a certain way. I think people can stand out more than the next person and stuff like that. you can be as hot as on the outside, but if you are ugly heart, it ain't got nothing time. Yeah, no, see, nobody got time for that. Yeah, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. Dakota and family, Dapper Mel. Nah, this is far from Dapper. This is just something a little different. But I agree with you, Cargo. You could be beautiful on the outside and ugly on the inside, you know, and and then all, like Margie was saying, is your mannerisms, and some folks in here said it's an opinion, you know. It's a combination of things, you know, but I think, you know, what we individually behold as beauty is what it is. Slayer says, I've dated beautiful women, but they were evil, disrespectful aside, which made them ugly to me, a huge turnoff. Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. You know, there's evil men and women out there. You know, there's beautiful, you know, misguided, you know, treacherous people out there. You know, that does that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just a fun conversation. It's a fun thing to throw around. You know, for me, this is a fun thing. Like I said, you know, to just figure out what is beauty. You know, like I said, where does it exist? You know what I'm saying? I have always been captivated by a good heart of a person. Cap 7. So let me see, Cap 7, since you just jumped into the conversation. Do you believe that beauty is subjective? What is beauty to Cap 7? You know, is it a personality? You know, is it the heart? Is it the looks? Because let's be real. There are people who are stunningly beautiful. I'm not saying myself. You know, I can't speak about a man. I don't date them. But no, it's not about a man. It's about beauty. I'm not saying this is gay or straight. I'm not getting into that conversation. I mean, I'm not judging anybody for that. What I can say is this: what makes beauty? What makes something beautiful? A thing, a person. You know, what gives it that? That's this conversation. You know, I'm not trying to alienate anybody. I'm not trying to trap anybody in any other conversations. Like I said, this is an open conversation, an open forum. All are welcome, you know, to give their opinion. All are welcome to give their point of view. I try to welcome all people, you know, into the conversation, because realistically, I'm talking about what's beautiful. You know, I'm not trying to get brownie points on how you present yourself and give yourself respect and earn that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Margie. I definitely appreciate that. But let's say you start with this rose. What makes this rose, you know, any more beautiful than this wire, you know? I love everybody say like that. Yeah, nah, Slay. I'm not trying to trap anybody into anything, but like I said, then again, I'm not, you know, mad at anybody if they, you know, love anybody of the same sex, or they find somebody beautiful of the same sex. Because the reality is, we find different people, places, and things beautiful, you know? So my question is, you know, what makes a person, a thing, a feeling, an emotion, an idea? What makes it beautiful? Is it, maybe it is the idea of the features, you know? Maybe it is the idea of how something looks, you know, that's what it is, you know? So, I mean, you know, yeah, not Slayer, but that's what it is. Yeah, man of integrity, there you go. But I don't know, like I said, it's just a fun conversation, something that I threw around. I had to be careful how I presented this as well, because I didn't want to just do it with a white, you know, with a white T-shirt on, standing and eating a bagel. You know, what's beauty? My wife is kind-hearted, and hold on. This is my wife. My wife's kind heart made her beautiful with me. There you go. There you go. I mean, sometimes it is the heart of the person. It is the personality. And I think Cap 7, it says it's a kind heart. You know, the heart has always made it like that. You know, you look at the heart of a person. It could be somebody who may not be physically as attractive as, you know, maybe a supermodel or a GQ guy, or, you know, a celebrity, or somebody who's built like a bodybuilder or something like that. But everybody, I believe, has beauty in their own way, in their own right, in their own perspective. You know, that bagel would have been beautiful to me. I'm hungry. Yeah, well, I chose not to eat a bagel today. Beauty is the spirit within the unconditional loving and giving person. That's a deep statement right there, Cap 7. So beauty is the, let me read that again. Beauty is the spirit within the unconditional and loving giving person. So the spirit of a person, you know, unconditionally loving and giving, can make a person beautiful. I could believe that. I could definitely see where that would, you know, where that would go. You know, that's definitely deep, you know. A deep thought there. That's something to ponder and whatnot, you know. I mean, but I guess there's the vanity of it too. Thank you, baby girl Neil. I appreciate you. This is actually a hat I bought at the dollar store. This is nothing special, but I appreciate it. You know, I thank you for commenting the hat and whatnot. You know, like I said, I just try to present it a different way. You know, I have so much on my mind, so much I want to say, you know, so many different ways. Who knows? I need to get a green screen and some set pieces. Fair with Dr. Phil or this. Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, everybody has different, you know, different concepts of what is beautiful to them. Is a person beautiful with the lots of heart? Definitely you need a green screen. Yeah. I definitely need a green screen. That's when it's going to go to another level, baby girl Neil. But since you're here, baby girl Neil, you know, thank you for being here. I guess we're following each other through different live streams and stuff like that. Baby girl Neil, what do you consider to be beautiful in a person, place, or thing? What defines beauty for you, you know, as it appears? You know, what makes a person beautiful to you, a thing beautiful to you, a feeling, or whatever the case may be? You know, what do you consider beautiful? That turtle over there tearing that tank up. I hear that. But anyway, sorry, that was a side conversation. A turtle trying to get out the tank. You know, I don't know what the heck he's doing over there. Anyway, whatever. The turtle's gotten big. I got to show you how big that turtle's gotten. One of these days we will. But that's another story. Yeah, but baby girl Neil. So what makes something or someone beautiful to you? You know, I don't know. Like I said, I find it so many times that, like I said, we have these standards of, you know, like especially with women. I know women go through it a lot more than men do. You know how, you know, your weight is a factor, or your hair color, your eye color, or, you know, the type of clothes that you wear. You know, women can be a little vicious in how y'all come at each other fashion wise. Beauty simply is defined differently per individuals. I give you that. Chris Cook stopped by, drop a light, looking sharp. Thank you, Chris Cook. Chris Cook, since you're here, I want to ask you, what do you define as beauty? You know, saying Chris Cook. You know, so tell me, you know, what makes a person, place, a thing beautiful to you? You know, what do I consider beautiful? A person's mind, their integrity. I watch people's character when I allow people in my life closely. Your character is beauty. That's a deep statement right there, baby girl. Neil. So the character of a person can make them beautiful to you. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. And Cargo 619 says she agrees with you, Slayer. So that's dope right there, you know. But Chris Cook, before you leave this room, what is beauty to you? The Top Water King. What's up, everybody? Top Water King coming in. I want to know what makes a person, place, or thing beautiful to you. What is beauty to you? It is subjective to you. What Top Water King? What makes beauty subjective to you? It's Cap 7. Beauty can be a seascape, mountainscape, a perfectly shaped rose. Yes, it can. Chris Cook says beauty on the inside and out, how they treat people. Oh wow. So we're seeing a theme with people's heart, with people's character, how they treat folks. So you're finding beauty as something, you know. Oh, Pink Kisses. Before you go, Pink Kisses, if you could tell me what you feel is beauty in a person, place, or thing, I would appreciate that before you go. If you haven't already. If you haven't said that already, what is beauty to you, as it is subjectable to the beholder of beauty, as it is? I mean, by definition, is anyone, anything can be beautiful on the outside, but it's the inside that really shows the beauty of a person. Baby girl Neil, that's an awesome comment right there. You know, so it is the substance. It is what's deep within. It is something more than just the outer appearance of something that makes it beautiful, intricately put together. You know, I'm just kind of paraphrasing that and changing it, just trying to interpret it the way I am. A person should never be judged by the clothes, the hair, skin color. Their soul speaks volumes. You know, well, you hope to have a beautiful soul. Their personality, Paint Kisses said. Okay, so we're kind of in line with that. Beauty to me is kindness of one's soul. So we went to the soul. Okay, Sherry K. So you say the soul. It's kind of connecting with all these. I see a theme. So for all of you in this chat, or a lot of you saying in this chat, it is how you treat a person. So, you know, what does anybody feel about the outer shell, you know, the appearance of beauty? You know, I mean, how do you feel about that? Obviously, you know, we're attracted to things, you know, the color of something, the texture, the fabric, you know, the look, the feel of it. We're attracted to that for some reason. You know, that's something that catches our eye and stuff like that. You know, Slayer says, what I may find beautiful, you may not. Someone can look attractive yet not be beautiful. Like people confuse sex, lust with love. That's a deep one right there. Wow. Sex and lust with love. I mean, wow, that's deep. That's really deep right there. Yeah, I mean, love, sex, lust, beauty. Yeah, I mean that comes into it, you know. Wow, that's a deep one. That's in this hashtag truth. Cargo says, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes, it is. Definitely, it is in the eye of the beholder. And I think Slayer kind of, hit on that with his comment. A lot of people immediately look out of beauty, though. You miss out on because you worry about the outside. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do look on the outer beauty. They do look on the outside and see that. I mean, but let's be realistic. If we're gonna be realistic, I mean, the outer beauty is what draws us into a thing. A lot of times, you see something that's tantalizing. You see something that seems more attractive. Someone that seems more attractive than the next person. So I mean, let's not act like that's not a part of it. Beauty can give an attractive aura, an aura that you feel good. You feel good being close to. Yes, I agree with that. That's so true, Cap 7. That is so true. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, how do you control not letting yourself be overwhelmed by a beautiful picture, by a beautiful situation, by a beautiful person? Sometimes it's like the moth staring into a flame. As the moth staring into the flame is dangerous, but the flame is so beautiful. You go into the fire and then zzz, zzz, like that happens. You know what I'm saying? So you're leading into something that's dangerous. Can beauty be so beautiful? Can something be so beautiful that is dangerous for you now? Can it be so alluring? Can it be so enticing that it is just too much? Beauty is inside and out, which is why it comes down to character for me. It may draw you in, but you have to be more open to your mind, not to let it be all. That's true. That's true, baby girl. I could definitely agree with that. You saying that you don't want that to be the only thing. I just think like an ugly heart can put you off and can be the best person ever, but if you have physical attractions to them, then chances are you aren't going to settle. Yeah. No, I could definitely see that, Cargo. You got the physical attractions and things like that, and I agree with you, Margie. Personality means so much. So both to a degree. So both matter to a degree. Yeah, both matter. I mean, let's be realistic. Any of you that have a significant other, any of you that have something that you consider beauty, it is an outer appearance that draws you into it. There's like a peacock. A peacock is beautiful. Then a peacock has the feathers. So this you're drawn into the beauty of a peacock because of the feathers and different colors of a peacock. You know what I'm saying? To truly know if you are in love with a person, looks, personality, give it time, because beauty fades over time. The question is, are you with them for the right reason? Yes. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, that goes into relationships and stuff like that. I mean, I guess for this conversation, I just, I guess focus on the beauty part. What makes a thing beautiful. My husband is ugly but beautiful to me. Well, I'll say this, Sherry K, if your husband is beautiful to you and other people might find them ugly, then it doesn't matter, because you see the beauty. You know what I'm saying? You see the beauty, in that person. You see the beauty, in their characteristics. You find them attractive in various ways, which, realistically, between two people, if you want to go there, I think that's all that matters in that particular situation. That you find that person beautiful. If you're looking for a standard of beauty or an attraction, which is nothing wrong. It is a vain thing to want to be attached to somebody or something and find beauty in a particular thing. It is a vain thing, but at the same time, it is in you. It is in you to behold what that beauty is. That's right. I wouldn't trade him for anyone. Well, I mean, your husband would probably be gracious to know that. I wish there was a lot more women out there that felt that way. A lot more men that felt that way about, their significant others, men and women, people that felt that way about each other. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Yes, I've said this, and it's been said. I agree. It is in the eyes of the beholder. What do you behold as beauty? What is your standard, and what is the standard of the other person or other thing, vice versa. And just us Hambricks is in the room. How am I doing? I'm doing great today. I'm actually doing pretty good. But I have a question for you, Justice Hambricks. What do you define as beauty in a person, place, a thing? What do you see? Is beauty subjective? Is it an eye to beholder? What is important as it pertains to beauty? too much emphasis on fake beauty, we all become into this world and go out the same way. No one is better than anyone else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can definitely agree, Margie. There's a superficial or fakeness, to what is beauty. There's standards, especially in the modeling industry. There's standards for height and weight and looks and skin color and personality is probably the last thing when it comes to the superficial aspects of beauty. What is seen as that. Just as Amber says, me personally, upon first look, eyes draw me in, but the mind will keep me. So it's the mind. The mind of the individual will keep you there as a point of beauty, as a point of something that you are subjected to. Interesting, I mean, it's interesting, Like I said, I make the joke sometimes, though. Nobody wants to date a bullfrog, though. I mean, like nobody wants to, be the ugly duckling or whatever. But then there's beauty in the ugly duckling or the black swan or whatever the case may be. Somebody made a joke to me. They said that bullfrog needs to find another bullfrogs, and then it'll be two of the happiest bullfrogs on the earth. But the reality is that it does, come into where you find beauty and where you see it and whatnot. Like I said, people were saying the personality and stuff like that, and really just getting into the heart and how a person is being treated. So it seems like there's a consensus on that particular situation right there. That beauty is in the heart, it's in the mind, it's how you treat a person. That's what I've got from this chat. And like I said, that's an awesome thing. That's also an awesome thing. So you're saying it's the substance, but also Cargo was saying how both matter, and you have to really balance the two, which I do. I respect, honesty, and unconditional love is so important. Yes, but is that what makes a person or thing beautiful? The love, the honesty, the unconditional respect, or whatever you get in the midst of that situation and encounter with what you may deem beautiful. Everyone is different. I prefer big guys, but others don't. I prefer Urkels as opposed to Stephans. Interesting. So you want you a big Urkel. Hashtag big Urkel. Make it trend. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody has their like, not, I won't say superficial, their standard of beauty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their Stefan, everybody has their Urkel, for I guess for lack of a better term, since we're going to family members. I definitely think personality matters more, but looks matter to a certain point. Joe Levert, heavy D type, that's funny. Ask a blind person this question, and you will get a different answer. Yeah, I definitely agree. I will find a blind person to ask. I know a blind person, when it comes to beauty. Slayer, to me, to be a real lady, and when I just go through a fling, at the end, they get to know each other, personality, yes, but she's beautiful, not knowing what choices in the 2 years. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Slayer. That's cool. I definitely respect that. I definitely respect where you're coming from with that. But like I said, and you brought up an interesting point, Cab 7, when you said ask a blind person, and a blind person will give you a different answer as to what is beautiful. And I think that's when it comes into play, with a personality, a person's heart, a person's mind. Because as a blind person, you can't see, what a person particularly looks like. I mean, you can feel some things, you ask Stevie Wonder, he got a couple of kids, big redheads, but I've dated all, I like all colors, but the mind keeps me hooked. Yeah. The mind definitely can keep you hooked. The heart, and it's like Slayer said, and a couple other people said in the chat, you'll find out who you're dealing with, because as looks fade and time goes on, you'll find out, whether that beauty is just skin deep or whether that beauty is just the outer appearance of what it is, be it as, you're looking at a painting, or, you're with a person, or it's another thing that you're into, nature, or whatever the case may be. As it fades, will it still be beautiful to you? Because sometimes with me, when I look at leaves, or when I look at flowers or something like that, sometimes to me, the most beautiful leaves are the ones that are dying. When spring, is going to fall, and the leaves are turning colors, and just before the leaves actually die, and go for the final time, they're the most beautiful. They're different colors and stuff like that, and there's almost a poetic beauty inside of that I see. A person who thinks that people owe them a living and takes advantage of others, I tend to stay away from. Well, we don't consider that beautiful. No, we don't. I find myself drawn to old souls, deep thinkers, mad hatters, if you will. That's very smart, Maggie. I agree with Cargo 619. And yeah, like I said, those are things. If anything, what we have here, from what I gather from you folks, again, like I said, I'll reiterate, it's the soul, it's the heart, it's the mind, it's how a person is treated. It is the inner self, it is the inner substance of a person, place, a thing that makes it beautiful. Some people would debate you all. They would say beauty is love at first sight. Some people would say, beauty is how you look on the outside, and beauty is how you present yourself. And it's just, the type of clothes you wear, the type of people you hang around. Beauty may be, a certain sensibility that you have. Some people may say that it is leading into things that may be deemed superficial, if so to speak. So it is a situation where, people have different ideas of what is beautiful. That's just beauty, but depth matters more to me. What do you think? I think the depth matters more, but let's not be fooled. I say to a person, let's not be fooled. There was something about whoever you were with, or whatever you're looking at, whatever you see as something that caught your eye. It caught your eye. It was an attractiveness to it. There was a physical outer beauty that caught you. Be it a painting, be it the flower or something, be it, a person, place, or a thing. All God creations is beautiful and innocent at birth. Choices that are given can corrupt a beautiful soul. Interesting. Mimi D, I finally caught you live. I've been watching your videos and I think you're funny and awesome. Just wanted to say hello. Hello to you, Mimi D. You've caught me before. But since you're here, Mimi D, I want to ask you, what do you define as beauty in a person, place, or thing? Is it in the eye of the beholder? Is it superficial stuff? I mean, I don't want to assume superficial stuff. What is beauty to you? That's what it is. Yeah, so thank you for being here. I think this is the second time I've seen you, Mimi D. But a voice can draw you as well. So I've been told, Justice Hamburgs, you can have a beautiful voice. Lift every voice and sing, I don't know. That's one of the things. Yeah, but like I said, it's subjective. It's subjective to the person and the standards for which they choose to view it. It's the lens, the eye, how they see things and stuff like that. And I think that's really, it's interesting. It's interesting what people find beauty. Beautiful. It's interesting what people, will obsess over and pine over. And like I said, I mean, it's not to say that folks are wrong. Some people want to walk into, things that may seem superficial. Some people are looking for a little bit more substance. Who am I to tell a person whether they're wrong or right? On whether or not they want the substance, or they want the superficial, they want the feeling, or they want the actual engagement. They want that connection. I think beauty is in everything and everyone. It's hard to explain. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, but you may have explained it in some part. Like I said, I just believe beauty is subjective. I think beauty can be abstract. Beauty can be something of substance. Beauty can be metaphoric. I mean, beauty can be just right there. It could be something that's just vain. It could just be, what it is, in a moment. It could just be a feeling. Beauty is being grateful. Beauty is many things. Beauty is just, it could be a flashback, it could be a thought. But it can also be radiated in your personality. It can be radiated in just, how you think and how you treat people and stuff like that. It is there. It is there. It's an interesting conversation. It's something that I encourage you folks to continue. I encourage you folks to think about, what is beauty to you? Is it subjective? Is it something that's abstract? Is it something, that's a standard thing? Is it something that's, meant for some and not meant for others? Is it just a physical thing? Is it more than physical? Is it deeper than that? Is it a spiritual thing? Is it metaphysical? What is it? Is it something that Like Mimi D said, is it something that's just hard to explain? What is it? What is beauty to you? Is it subjective or is it more than subjection? Is it just a standard of something that is so beautiful? It's definitely deeper than any one of us. But it's good to have the conversation. It's good to throw the ideas around, maybe philosophically or just in a live stream or whatever the case may be. Like I said, hopefully this conversation wasn't too out there. Hopefully I made sense, in what I was saying and stuff like that, and how I was presenting myself. Coming home and being grateful by two fur friends with unconditional love. Well, that's I guess the love that you have for your pet. That's definitely different. That's definitely different. I mean, I definitely guess there's a difference between beauty and love. There's definitely one side of it and another side. I mean, if you want to talk about love, that's a whole other live stream. Just a whole other live stream. I don't know. Is there anything that anybody else wants to bring up in the chat before I end this? I mean, is there any other thoughts? Are there any other comments? Any criticisms? Any questions? Anything? Personality issues, but so is hygiene. Oh my God, hygiene. If we had to talk about hygiene, for me personally, that's a turn off. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world. It could be Holly Berry walking that door right now and say, Mel, I want you now, take me. But if her hygiene is not correct, I'm going to say, Holly, you better go out there. You better go out there or go to the bathroom and work that out. I've never been on big or standards of beauty of the world. Yeah, well, everybody has their different thing. What's going on, Patch? I might as well ask you since you're here. I was talking about beauty. I'm saying how subjective beauty is. Beauty is different things to different people. Beauty of a thing, of a person, of a place. If you want to answer this, Patch, what defines beauty to you? Thank you, Redneck Railroad. And I asked the same question, Redneck Railroad. What is beauty to you? What is it in a person, place, or thing? I just did a vid about how hair doesn't define a person, but others might. Yeah, cleanliness. You need cleanliness. Well, I mean, hair is a big issue. It's a big issue, Justice Hamburgs, especially for different people. Some people feel like you should go natural depending on your race or your ethnicity, where you come from. Some people feel like it's okay to have tracks and hair weaves and different things, and that's a standard of beauty for different people. Especially if they pay for the money. Some people like the synthetic hair, the horse hair. I heard the statement, I paid for this hair. This is my hair. It happens. It happens. But for those new people coming in, I would like to get your thoughts on what you think beauty is as it pertains to a person, place, a thing. What makes something, someone, beautiful. If you haven't already been in the chat or whatever. See, that bothers me. Well, why does it bother you, Justice Hamburgs? Why does it bother you? Because, like I said, I'm just relaying with that. Okay, Patch says, what defines beauty to me is the inner light that comes from the person. It glows behind their smile and in their eyes, because if you look into someone's eyes and see nothing, their outer beauty means zip. Wow. Okay, so you just gave me a deep old statement right there. That seemed like a poem, a philosophical thing right there. Wow. Okay. So it's an inner light, something that radiates from the eyes, something that can be seen in who they are. Because the outer means zip. If something's not radiating out of a light, I guess that light may, I'm assuming there may be some type of positivity and maybe that beauty that you may be speaking of. That's deep. Thanks for sharing that, Patch. I didn't think of it that way. Some folks can't help their hair situation. Some folks feel that they have to look a certain way to keep a relationship or attain. Yeah, I agree with you, Justice Hamburgs. But that's also too something in society, what happens with people, how they maintain their hair. I know of ladies, and I still know of some ladies who actually pay like $1,800 a week to get their hair done, and they're getting into a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Okay, my wife, I spent searching for years. To me and her, it doesn't matter if she's dolled up or frumpy. To me is an incredible, gorgeous woman I have ever laid eyes on single. Yeah, well, there you go, Patch. I mean, and I'm glad you have found that woman, but then that goes into beauty being in the eye of the beholder. What she finds beautiful in you is what she finds beautiful in you, and vice versa as you for her. So I think that's a situation where, you know, wow, this is a deep conversation, man. Y'all, y'all taking me to places I didn't expect to go. I didn't expect the conversation to get this deep, man. Kudos to y'all. But yeah, back to Patch's comment. Wow, yeah. So you're saying it doesn't matter to you? No. It's all good, Patch. It's all good. I like to go to the deep water. I don't mind. I try to live deeply. Yes. Yeah, Patch, you came in and it got a little deeper than I than I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Patrick White is actually studying inside out. Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's beauty in all of you folks. You know, I especially agree with you. Well, free music, well, free music jukebox. I'm not gonna let you off the hook either. What do you consider beautiful in a person, place, or thing? Please tell me. I'm interested to know what you think about that free music. My dad asked my husband if he was going to let me cut my hair off. I grabbed, whoa, hold on, let me see that. I grabbed the clippers. What? Whoa, that's a deep thing right there. Why would your dad ask your husband if he was gonna cut your hair? Nah, wow, that's a deep conversation right there. I mean, as for me, if we're gonna go into that, with women and whatnot, and how a woman looks and whatnot. I mean, I don't think a woman should be pressured with her hair, you know, but that's crazy. Deep and soulful with a sense of humor. Oh wow, okay, so you're the first person to say humor. So humor makes a person beautiful, deep with a sense of humor, deep and soulful with a sense of humor. Some people say I'm deep with soul and sense of nah, but that's well, humor is a beautiful thing too. They say that if you can make a person laugh, then a lot of other things could happen too. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna keep it PG-13 because my niece and nephew might be coming through any minute. Truth comes out always. You can't change a leopard's spots. Yeah, it does. It does. It does. I agree with you, Margie, on that one. That's definitely a thing. The whole situation ridiculous to me. Beauty is not in looks alone. I could look bad, but have the personality of a demon. I could look bad as. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh man, this conversation was starting to get really good. It was starting to get really good. So, oh man, I hate taking calls while I gotta. If the person calls back, then I have to answer the phone and go into all that other stuff and whatnot. So I'll wait for the call back or whatever the case may be. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, beauty is deeper than just the outer side. But the reality is that the beauty is what draws us. The beauty of the outer appearance, whether we like to admit it or say how much it does, it draws us in. It is something that catches our eye. I'm not going to say that there's not a certain type of female or person or whatever that I look at and I don't find beauty in. I may look at a woman and see that, that's just what gets me in the door. That's what gets me to the conversation. For me, as I get older and I learn more, I see that the substance and how a person treats you, it matters. It's just like, what Justice Hambers was saying. You could date somebody who's bad, who's just not bad meaning like you know what I mean, but who's beautiful, very beautiful, and their heart is ugly or they're evil person, and that could be a definitely turn off. I dated a guy they called George McFly, but had the voice of an angel. Well, there you go. I mean, but also too, if we're gonna look at that and get into that, that takes a lot of courage to date somebody who may seem like that they're not the most beautiful person, but they have a beautiful personality. You have to really be in touch with who you are as an individual to say, hey, this person is beautiful to me beyond what the superficial standard is. It's beyond just, okay, you said this person is who I should be with, so that's the person that I should be with based off of the standard of beauty that you set, and I think that's even a deeper conversation. Yeah, it does, but they must have beauty in all, it is a deep conversation. It is a deep situation. It goes into judgment. It goes into how people feel a person should look. It goes into stigmatism. It goes into status quos. It goes into insecurities that people have about different particular things when it comes down to what is beautiful and who should be with who and who should do what in any particular situation. So it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely a deep conversation. Like I said, this could go on It's just go on for a while. Believe me, it won't go on for that much longer. But I mean, this is something I'm really thinking about, and I'm like, wow, wow. When you look at it in totality, it comes down to you as the person. You know, what are you after? My husband was almost 400 pounds when we got together. I called him Snow Bear. He was very light. He's kind-hearted, nerdy, but very stand-up. Yeah, well, that happens. I mean, the 400 pounds part is a different thing with health issues and stuff like that. But um, as it pertains to the situation, who you love is who you love. Uh, beauty has been taken out of proportion. Beauty has been taken out of proportion when young children are killing themselves to be thin or go under the knife. So sad. Yeah, that's also too a point. Because there's the insecurities that come with youth. As it pertains to what they find to be beautiful and the standards and whatnot. He got the weight though down to 250. Well, that's good for health reasons. That's good. Just as Hamburgs. I need to lose some weight myself, but not for health reasons. That's definitely a good thing. Darn, it's just limited amount of words I had to say something good to say. What up? I had something good to say. Well, you can still say it. You can still say it. Cargo 619. Like I said, I mean, I'm sorry if I'm not on a panel. I don't have a panel. Like I said, I'm live streaming from my phone. Once I get my equipment together, which is coming, it's just a little slower than I would like it to be. I start inviting people up on panels and having longer conversations, even deeper conversations. Like I said, because these conversations, I know if I had a panel right now, this conversation would definitely go into all other areas and different places and stuff like that. Like I said, but I do appreciate you folks in the comments, voicing your opinion and typing it in and whatnot. And sorry for the lack of space and words and stuff like that. I know people want to express more and say more and whatnot. But like I said, if this is a conversation that you want to continue with me, I'm definitely willing to come on your live stream and we could talk about standards of beauty. We could definitely talk about what beauty is to you. I have known my husband since second grade, and he is always in the class clown and labeled as a geek. I said jerk, sorry about that, as a geek. None of my female friends would give him the time of day, but I take it you have. Well, see, I could say that from knowing enough about you, Cargo. I could say this about you. You seem like the type of person who would see and look for the deeper thing, the deeper part of a person. You seem like somebody, yeah, you could admit where beauty is, where you could find that, but you seem like somebody who cares about something deeper. I knew he was as much more, and I always found him good looking, and we have been together 19 years. That's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. 19 years. Wow. It's a miracle if I'm with a woman for 19 minutes, but that's another story. Yeah, what I'm saying? Well, I haven't been in a relationship since 2013, so I can appreciate that. Yeah, no, wow, that's deep. That's deep, Cargo. But sometimes that's what it takes, and that's the funny thing about being in relationships or being with somebody and take it there. Yeah. Well, that was actually a joke. Free music. That was a joke. The 19 minutes. That was a joke. I wasn't trying to say anything sexual, but like I said, innuendos. But anyway, for the most part, that was funny. For the most part, yeah, Cargo. That's wow. I let him chase me a while, yes, but I knew he was good see long before. Wow, okay. You let him chase you. You playing hard to get. What's the song? She's playing hard to get. Yeah, wow, yeah. She's saying that she likes me. Yeah, anyway, that's an old song. Innuendo, a word that does what it says. Wow, that's funny. Oh yeah. That's an old song. That's cool though. That's cool. Wow, you just gave me a flashback. I just thought of a whole bunch of songs. I like the way. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna start trying to sing now. But yeah. You took me back a couple of years. You took me to the '90s and all that stuff right now. Yeah. She's playing hard to get, and she's wanting me. She's saying that she likes me. She likes me. Anyway, yeah, I know that song. Yeah, yeah, you gotta love the '90s R&B. But you took me back there. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like that. Congratulations to that man. It seems like he has an awesome woman, awesome family, and whatnot. You know, it's cool when people can see past this the physical outer person. And not to say that it doesn't matter, but it's not the most important. And I think that's what we gather from this conversation, that this is not the most important, you know. So, you know, congratulations on 19 years, man. Like I said, you know, if I'm in a relationship, not just with a woman, if I'm in a relationship with a woman for 19 days, that's something, you know. Like I said, I can't do minutes because people start thinking other stuff, but that's funny. Nah, you know, like I said, wow, you know, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, it's not to take away from what, you know, what this, I guess it's different types of beauty and whatnot. Exactly what I love so much is, yeah, more than the physical. Yeah, it is more than the physical, you know. It is more than the physical, but you know, and maybe there's a metaphysical part to it. Like I said, a deeper beauty, you know, a spiritual thing. I've heard things said in this chat, or heard. I'm saying I heard. I seen stuff in the chat said about the soul and the heart and the mind, personality. Once you found true love, there will never be another or replacement. And I'm gonna, so I'm getting calls, and it's crazy. You have these good conversations, and then you got to take these calls. You seem like an old soulmate. Perhaps you have yet to reconnect with your flame. Well, who knows? Like I said, this one thing I can tell you. When I do connect with that flame, more than likely you folks will know. But unfortunately, other obligations are calling me away from this live stream, so I must bid adieu. Pardon is such sweet sorrow, but I must bid adieu. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Thank you for this awesome conversation, every one of you, everybody. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, reshare this, you know, comment on the video after I upload it, whatever you may feel. You know, thank you. And let the conversation continue. What do you feel beauty is? Person, place, a thing. Is it subjective? Is it in the eye of beholder? What do you think?